Hello, everyone. I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Queen's Wish 2, The Tormentor. Last episode, we finally made our decision as to, well, we actually completed Oachita Mountain and solved everything there, and made our decision as to what's going to happen in the Low Daga. The governor is going to stay for now, and we'll have to trust that he'll, no longer be a thing soon. I don't know about that. I just hope they find a replacement. Anyway, while we could continue on into the northern half of the High Litha, I am still very curious about what there is in the northern half of the Underworld. So we're going to head in there and see what we can do. Just going to make the big run in order to get into the northern half. Fortunately, it's not that far. Okay, and here we are. Let's begin exploring and see what we can find. Alright, at the very least... what is this? There are a few humans in black robes sitting around this fire. You easily see the outlines of the weapons hidden under their clothes. When you approach them, they don't respond. No greetings, no attack. They just chew on their rations and stare into the fire. Join them. You sit with them. They move to make room for you. They silently give you cups of water and a few bits of stale bread. They remain silent. So, who are you? One of them says in a soft voice, "Secrecy is our way." Ah, so probably the Geldnas. Tell me about these caves. One of them whispers, "Our home is here. We avoid the woods. The tunnels are full of mystery." Why are you here? We watch the path, and we watch for you. You knew I was coming. Yes. Why are you waiting for me? You are wanted, to the west. If you are peaceful, you will learn. Who are you? You should know what our cell is. If not, you will learn. What will I find? Someone in the shadows says in a deep voice, "Deep post analase and learning." Without another word, they pack up their things. It only takes a minute, and they head west. I think that was supposed to be, and then they head west. Okay. And down this way leads to the north entrance to this place. Not that we can actually see anything here, but at least we know about it. Carefully avoid those. We'll deal with whatever's in there later. This episode is going to be looking around in the wilderness of this portion of the Underworld. We'll go to Deep Post Analase at some point. Come here, you. You hear something. A scratching sound just on the edge of perception. Someone is following you. You pretend to not notice. You move into a clearing, walk out into the open, and turn around suddenly. Two figures in black robes were following you. When they see that they have been spotted, they turn and run. That'll teach them to try to outwin a Havenite. That must be Deep Post Analase there. Oh yeah, that's gotta be it. Alright, we'll go there later. For now, once again, my goal is explore the wilderness. See what I can find. We've got a big forest here. Hold on, I saw slimes, but there was something... Oh, those are rats. This passage is dead and barren, a stark contrast to the lush rot in the west. It starts to slope downward, gently at first, then steeper. Though there is very little life here of any sort, you start to hear whispering. Very, very quiet, just at the edge of perception. There's something about this passage that seems familiar. Doesn't make sense, of course, you've never been here. Yet the feeling persists. I think those are drapes. And they appear to be coming for me. Yep, they're hunting for me. Trying to get to me. Those are eye beasts there. Okay, fine. Let's fight you, Drakes. You wanna fight me? Let's fight. Weakness. Charge in. Can you charm one? Charm resisted. I should have checked what the chances are. It's actually surprisingly low. Okay, I don't like that that guy's coming around that way. That's actually a bad thing. It evaded. That's bad. And blinding. Let's try another charm. There we go. That'll help. Yeah, I think we could use that. You're just doing some range attacks. He's obviously trying to get around to Patricia. Okay, yeah, you're trying to get around to Patricia, but we're giving you the runaround. Heh. You're not gonna get to her. Almost got him. Hey, there we go. Now we can focus on this one. How about a healing for you? Okay, that one's no longer... Okay, that's a little worrying. Finish off that rock drake, please. Thank you. Now we can focus on this one. Definitely give Elspeth a healing. There we go. Okay. That was a thing that happened. There are some very dangerous creatures in this forest, but there's also something in the center of it. I don't know if it's an explorable thing or not, but it's something we'll need to look at later. We got passages up to the north. It does lead to something, interestingly. Bleeding and poison do more damage. Noted! I'll keep that in mind. Let me save before we take a look at whoever this is. Alright, so who are you? You find a small colony of Row miners come down into the Underworld to seek their fortunes. Somehow, they have survived the beasts in the swamp to the south. They are heavily armed and they draw their blades as soon as you come into view. When they see who you are, they lower their weapons. Their leader approaches to speak with you. Welcome, traveler. We are miners of the Row, and we have had good fortune. Care to trade? It keeps us from bearing our burden back to the surface. Can you tell me anything about these caves? They look at each other. Their leader says, there are lots of terrors here. We don't explore. We got here through a hidden tunnel to the northwest. Very hard to find it from the surface. Too much cold and ice. I'd like to trade. The miners pull out long wooden trays full of precious metal and stones. We could get more, however we are terrorized by the Queen of the Eye Beasts in the forest to the south. If that horror was dead, we could make more things available. Queen of the Eye Beasts? Those horrors float around in the woods to the south. They're not natural hunters. They leave us alone while we're here. However, they limit where good miners of the row can look for items and the like. If you can destroy them, you'd be doing us a service. What can I buy? Flawless Crystal, Deep Meta. Oh, I can buy these. Kronos Warbow, no. Erudiko Staff, no. Feeding Rune. +1 to healing strikes. That is actually very useful, and I'm definitely going to put that on something. I can sell something, which I don't need to do, and that is all. The miners are short on supplies. They apologize for having no meal to share. You bid them farewell and move on. Queen of the Eye Beasts, eh? So that's something to the south. Oh. The cave passage starts to slope sharply upward to the north. As you climb, the air rapidly grows colder. Occasionally, a draft of fresh air starts to reach you. It is icy and flecked with bits of snow. You must be close to a new exit to the Underworld, one high up in the Rocage. Most likely. Yeah, for a minute, I thought those guys were hunting me. Oh, boy. Yeah, I see. Okay, ice wolves I think I can handle. Yeah, it's just a mass of ice wolves. We can handle that. That'll hit more. Yeah, ice wolves, not really much of a problem. Winter wolves, my mistake. They do a moderate amount of damage. I actually should have stayed... Well, I guess it wouldn't have mattered. Okay, they do weakness, which is not very good, but... that works. Killed a bunch of them. 3 left. Nice and easy. And 1 left to kill. There we go. Alright, wait for you, and throw down a healing wave. I think that'll help top us off. There we go. Those look hostile. Oh, great ice serpents, and they charm! Oh, crap, this may have been a bad choice. Battle Frenzy. This is not going to be easy. How easy are these guys able to be charmed? Relatively low. However, you need to free her mind. That worked, I think? Can you charm? That works. That'll help a lot. Yes, fight each other. Wait. You charmed one who is already charmed, and he's still on our side. Okay, I don't know how that works, but sure, why not? How about a fireball? Yeah, that'll hurt them all. And you... Actually, stone spines make them bleed. Okay, this is definitely something we can handle. Oh right, bleeding and poison does a lot more. That's actually going to be a little worrying for us. You know what, finish off that one. Probably could have finished it off with the bleeding, but that's fine. Okay, you guys are gonna go in this direction. That one may die from the poison. 23 health. Might be alright to kill it. 15 health. Finish it off with an attack. Still charmed? Nope, no longer charmed. Well, it did help with the distractions, and that helped a lot, too. Alright, you are gonna Do that. It's stunned. It's got 17 health. It's only got a little poison. I'm gonna finish it off. And now we got one more to kill. And there we go. And this appears to be another exit, or something, with some sort of, powerful guard. Let me save before we try this. Okay, what are you? There's a pack of huge blue drakes curled up between these stone pillars. When you get close, they resentfully rise from their slumber. They turn toward you and let out long warning hisses. Approach. When you get close, their sharp eyes inspect you. In particular, they see the insignia of royalty on your shoulder. They look at each other nervously. It's always fascinating to see such mighty creatures look sheepish. Finally, one of them steps forward to meet you. Ah, intruder, spy of Haven, you must stop here. Do you know who I am? Yes. Alas. Where does this road go? To the high, cold peaks of the Rocage. Why are you stopping me? We were paid a mighty bounty to secure this passage. None may pass. Who paid you? Humans. They say they came from one called the Wolf, whoever that is. They were strange, but the gold was real. I'll turn back. I'm afraid that I need to pass here. The drakes look at each other. There's a brief whispered conversation. Then one says, "We are paid. We must guard the road." You think you can defeat a Prince of Haven? We are not sure. We regret the choices that force us to try. You're paid. I can pay more. The chance to be paid twice for no work has incredible appeal to their greedy reptilian brains. You count out the coins, they split them up, and then they flee to the north. Interesting. And that is a passage. Okay, you know what? While we do have this passage, I'm just going to save and not do this right now. Or reload. Very interesting, but we're not going to go up there right now. We'll leave that be. Alright, and now we have this passage over to the east, which likely has some powerful creatures. And because it's familiar, I think this is where we'll find the, whatever they're called. The Nisei, where they're hiding out. Oh, look at that. There's something we can loot. How nice! Some miners left a cache here. It's been here for quite some time. Water dripping from the ceiling has already left little mineral deposit bumps on the tops of the rotting crates. They are full of ore samples. Potentially interesting, but of no value to you. You'll also find a bunch of crystals. Most are cracked and useless, but one lucky sample is pristine. Got a flawless crystal. Oh, hi! Radiated cobore. Okay, put on the blessing and the haste. I'm pretty sure we need this. Low mental resistance. That's good. That means we can charm one of them. Please try and do so. Resisted. Not good, not what I wanted. If I do this... Oh, that's actually very effective. We're gonna do that again. Definitely need to heal Rupert, though. Immediately. It's not quite as much as I would have liked. Ooh, better. How about stone vapors? Poison on almost all of them. That I like. And a fireball will get almost all of them. Killed 2 of them. I like that. Don't like the healing, though. Right, you're gonna go here, and actually here. Healing wave. That's a good one. Okay. Rough as these are, we can handle this. Not keen on the blessing and haste that those two got. Okay, 2 more to deal with. You got a mad flurry. That'll kill that one. We just got 1 more to deal with. Cast that. It'll get rid of the other stuff going on there. Now we're no longer dealing with that. Now we just gotta finish off this radiated Cabor. There we go. Okay, that was a little painful, but we got through it. You walk down a side passage. It is full of huge, beautiful crystals. They are untouched. No miner has been brave enough to come out here. Or foolish enough. As you walk east, the tunnel slopes downhill. You start to hear whispers. Always quiet, always completely incomprehensible. Hazy figures shift about under the surface of the crystals. A wispy, human-y shaped shade floats close to you. It stands, staring at you. The whispering grows slightly louder when it is near. Watch it. It watches you back. Hello. The whispering grows louder. Finally, out of the cacophony, one voice becomes comprehensible. You strive. You have wishes. Yes, but they are private. Then come and rest. Come enjoy safety. Keep on, and we will provide you comfort and good fortune. Where do you want me to go? The shade quietly points to the east. I'll look into it. Come and rest. Come and rest. The shade fades away. The whispering grows quiet again. A narrow passage. And this is where the Nisei are. We are not going to go visit them yet. It is too early to try. Okay. Going to ignore those for now. So we've got this big forest here. That might be where, those things are from. Oh, no. No, that's it. That's it. Okay. And there's a lot of these IBs. This is, okay, how do we get in? So it goes out of there, around, down to here. This is where you go to get in. Okay, good to know. We are not going to go in there anytime soon because those are very big, very hostile, and I don't want to deal with that. I do not want to die. But we will have to deal with it at some point in the future, so it's good to know about it. Or at least we can try. That said, I'm going to leave here for now, run to a fort so that I can heal up, and I'll probably end the episode before we go and deal with the Geld Nas at Annalise. I'm very curious what exactly they want to talk to us about. Could be anything, really. Yes, Esker Keep. Ooh, actually, I've got a couple things I need to deposit in Fort Meadow 4. Yeah, I've got... Oh, the feeding rune! Yes! Actually... no one I can put it on. You know what? I think it would be worth it to put the feeding rune on here. Let's see, where would I put it? You need all the speed bonuses you can get. You've got 4 magical damage and bonus. Yes. I will replace this rune. Hold on, I need to actually give it to you. I will replace that rune with a feeding rune. That seems like a good choice, in my opinion. Magical damage, you're not doing any magical damage. You are not doing any magical damage. And you can't put one on there. Okay. So that rune will go into storage. Yeah, I think you really need the healing strikes. You notice that Chief Cestus is holding court in the audience hall to the north. When she catches your eye, she waves you forward. Okay. Sure, we can handle this. Chief Cestus welcomes you back to her hall. She looks utterly miserable. It takes you a moment to see why. A young row woman in a ragged dress is slumped in one of the chairs. She looks like she is from the Lodaga. She has been weeping. Chief Cestus looks up at you, relieved that someone is here to help her. Cestus, who is this? I think you should talk to her yourself. It is a difficult situation. Who are you? She looks up at you. You can see traces of mostly healed bruises on her face. I am Altinai. She stands up, trying to regain some of the dignity of the Rokaj. I am of the Lodaga. I am here to ask for sanctuary. Sanctuary? What do you mean? I know much of Haven, of your queen, of wise Princess Delia who gives advice. I know you would not ignore me. When I was young, I tried to find ways to leave the Lodaga, but I failed. So I was given a marriage. I want to leave my husband, but it is not allowed. I flee him. I run here to ask for a new safe home, for sanctuary. Altine, tell me about your husband. He is a brute. He is ignorant. I have risked everything to flee him and walk here. Altine, how did you try to leave the Lodaga? I studied as much as a girl is allowed. I showed some talent. I tested many times to join the Erudical, but I fell short each time. So I fell back into the masses of the Lodaga. I was married to a brute. Chief Cestus, is sanctuary a thing Haven normally gives? Ah, well, yes, I suppose. We are Haven. We can do whatever we want. However, sanctuary is rarely given, and only for issues of great political import, not just when someone is having troubles with their culture, no matter how unpleasant. What do you want, Altine? I want to go to Haven. I will study. I will work. I will do whatever I can. Just don't let me be buried in the Lodaga, please. Chief Cestus, any thoughts on this? She wishes that you wouldn't ask. I must be honest. If you take her away, the Rokaj will see this as an insult to their traditions. They will be angry. In another time, we might be able to withstand it, but now... Altine, why can't you stay in the Rokaj? She turns to face you, though she doesn't move without difficulty. I have talent. I have kindness. I want to be like your Princess Delia. I want to find a way to learn and to use that learning. Cestus, what exactly does Altine's husband say? We have received a message. His clan are successful stoneworkers in the Lodaga. He apologizes for the difficulties they have caused. If we return Altine, he will pay us well in quality building stone. Uh-huh. Altine stands tall and adapts a proud, stoic expression. She does not expect anything good to happen. Chief Cestus mutters, if she doesn't return home, staying in the Rokaj will be impossible. Vendettas, you know. Also, in the past, I have been encouraged by the palace to not get involved in these little squabbles. Altine can live in this fort. I'm sorry, Prince, but that is impossible. Word from Prince Sutter, no row are allowed to live in our forts. I must obey his orders. When did that become a thing? Okay. Okay. She's being beaten, and she just needs to get away. I feel like if I sent her back, there's a good chance she'd probably just commit suicide rather than continue on with her husband. If she even can. That's a very good chance of happening. Sending her back to Haven would... well, it would be a political issue, but she'd be alive. Put Altine on the next ship to Haven. Altine bows deeply. Cestus gives orders, and guards take her out of the hall. A noble choice, but one that will anger the Lodaga greatly. Very brave, I will see that it is done. Was it necessary for me to be involved in this, Cestus? I don't know. I suppose I could have turned her away. Trust me, I've turned back many like her before. It was good to have someone else take on the burden for once. I'm done here. Understood. Thank you for sharing my burden, Prince. Maybe not the easiest choice, but I've had harder decisions I've had to make. Alright, throw that in there. Let's move on. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. This is about the point where I'd pause anyway. So, next episode, we'll head back into the Underworld and head to Fort Annalise. Post-Annalise? Whatever. We're going to Annalise. That'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I am Chester44, also known as Fly. That is Rupert, Elspeth, Terrence, and Patricia. This has been a Let's Play of Queen's Wish 2, The Tormentor. And I shall see you all next time.